Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, starting our brand new and last big full unit of the year is page 456, and we are studying probability. So, the first lesson you saw in the titles can be called theoretical probability or probability range. And we're going to do both things. So, let's start with probability range. It's probably the first thing that should have been put into the lesson, but that's okay. So when we're talking about the probability of something, we're trying to talk about, how likely it is to happen. If it's absolutely impossible to happen, it's 0% or 0. If it's absolutely certain to happen, it's 100% or 1. So probability lies between 0 and 1, or 0% and 100%. Impossible and certain. Okay? Now you can see at the top, there's the actual formula for theoretical probability. We take the number of favorable outcomes, so the things that you think are going to happen or that you're looking for, and divide it by the number of total possible outcomes. So things you're looking to happen divided by total number of things that could possibly happen. So here's an example to help you with that. Let's say you are going boating. Okay. And you're going to be out in the boat for a while, so you bring lots of canned soup. Unfortunately, they got wet. All the labels fell off. But you knew what you bought in the first place. Okay. So you had 20 cans of soup, and you know that you had 2 cans of chicken noodle soup, 3 celery soups, 4 vegetable soups, 5 cream of mushroom soup, and 6 tomato soups. Okay. So some questions for you. So you reach into your bag or basket of soups, and you want to know the probability that the can contains celery soup. Well, we can do that just by figuring out the theoretical probability. Okay, so again, theoretical probability, favorable outcomes over top of total possible outcomes. In this case, since we're looking for the probability of celery soup, we know there are 3 celery soups. So that's our favorable outcome. Divided by total possible, well, 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 gives us 20 cans of soup. So that's the total possible outcomes. There's 20 of them. 3 are favorable that we're looking for because we're looking for celery out of 20 possible. So, as with anything in math where there's a formula, always write the formula down first. So, favorable divided by total possible. Now, a little trick to help you. Whatever your favorable outcome is, put it next to P, P standing for probability. So, the way this would read is the probability of getting celery soup, or celery, equals favorable outcomes, 3 over total possible, 20. 3 divided by 20 is going to give you 0.15. But because we did the percent unit, you multiply that by 100 and you get 15%. Okay? Next question is, that the can contains fish when you open it. Well, we know none of these had fish in them. So that's impossible or 0%. Our next question is that we open a celery or a chicken soup. So we have 2 things that constitute a favorable outcome, celery or chicken. So we look, there's 3 celery, 2 chicken. So we have 3 plus 2 for 5 favorable outcomes. Here's how you would write it. So probability of celery or chicken. Okay, favorable outcomes in the brackets next to the probability, so we know what we're looking for. You don't have to show this part. I just did in the lesson to kind of get the idea of across. But we have 3 celery, 2 chicken over 20 possibles. So 5 over 20, this part you would show. And that would come out to 25%. And then the probability that the can contains soup. Well, yes, they all contain soup. You open one of those, you're getting soup. So that one's a certainty of 100%. Okay, so that's basically it. Write your formula down, put the favorable outcome in brackets next to the probability, favorable outcomes over top of total possible outcomes, divide, turn it to a percent. Okay, that's it. Bye for now.